run the risk of getting Kraken and him immediately counter-ravaging.
Okay.
He'll probably be support, right, though?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Hester Joe does play the Shaker as well. That is one that they do. I feel that it still could be a Hester Joe Shaker, but I mean, I would. I kind of feel like when we've seen this from them before, they do opt for Hester Joe Shaker rather than support
5
Shaker.
seconds remaining.
I prefer support this. Just because of the reason you mentioned, like him not being a good matchup for his Tide. Also, I think he's probably better at protecting the SF in the mid.
You don't think they'll just have the silencer there?
I think
they'll have one.
Actually, you're right.
Because you would leave the Necro on his own.
Yeah, Necro versus Tide is fine. Problem at all.
So what Planet Dog's still looking for swift endings here, right?
They could go aggressive if they get like a super aggressive swift ending hero. They banned out the life stealer, they banned out the troll.
What about the swift ending Razor? Some Razor Bane action.
Yeah.
Could it work?
I like Slork more.
Ghost Shroud though.
I don't know if I want to play Razor into Necro. Okay.
Do you want to play Clinks into Necro?
Not really.
No? I mean, he can buy Diffusal early.
Yeah, he's a good. It's not bad. He doesn't get boned by Clockwork, which is nice.
He owns Shadow Fiend.
And
he owns Shadow.
And it is going to be the Hester Joe Shaker. So, because I was going to say, I feel like when Danish players pick these two before, they do just prefer to have that clock in the support capacity with the SF hanging around mid.
I miss me some Clinks, dude.
Yeah, we've not seen a lot of Clinks.
Oh,
I think the last time I saw Clinks a lot was when Resolution on Planet Odd had a bit of a phase back on Dream League. Where
And then I got banned every game.
Yeah, he like trashed a couple of games and then like, right, we're never letting Resolution play again because he had some ridiculous games on it. But yeah, not a hero we see a lot. But is it other reasons why you feel that they did decide to finish off with this Clinks?
I think it's actually just mainly the SF. Like, even if the SF gets early BKB, Clinks doesn't carry. He just blasts you in like 2 seconds because of how much damage like Searing Arrows and Strafe does. I wonder if he goes for the Helm of the Dominator build. It gets 100 more health now?
Well,
those creeps are fat.
It goes
It's a
up
good
to
BKB hero,
1500.
Yeah.
And since you have that super high uptime on Death Pact.
Yeah.
I kind of like Planet Dog's lineup this time. I don't know about the offlane Shaker. I think it's kind of meh.
I mean, I feel like that offlane Shaker is going to have a hard time against the safe lane Clinks, isn't he?
Well, he might have an okay
He
lane,
gets zoned
because
out.
Shaker can always fissure block. Like, he'll always get
Okay.
stuff out of his lane. I think it's just more a matter of how the mid-game fights are going to go. Like, there's going to be a fight where you, like, go in and echo and feel like you're going to get this sick combo, and you just get ravaged, and you just go, welp. It's hard.
Well, Rob, what have you done? Got the wrong computer on the bottom.
Yeah, what's happening?
We're capturing... That's not my computer. That's alright, Rob. It's sorted out now. But so your game 2, who would you say?
I'm going to say Dog.
You would say
For
Dog.
sure.
Again.
Yeah.
I'm all with
Right.
the uncensored, bony skeletons.
Aye.
I gotta go with that.
We're not in China, baby.
I'm gonna go with Danish Bears. I think they learned their lesson from the first game. They have 3 of the same 5 picks, but I think now that they know that Planet Dog are gonna be playing their offlane a little bit differently this time.
Okay.
Which, could we click on Tidehunter, see what he has
Yeah,
out of
see
the
what
base? Yeah, okay, so again, I don't know how he played the Tidehunter. How did he play the Tidehunter in that Singularity game?
Yeah, what did he get there?
He went
Greaves. Pipe.
Pipe.
Or rather, what did he do in the laning phase?
Oh.
He went to lane and then jungled a little bit and then went back lane.
Okay.
It was a weird lineup that they had the other time. Last time they had 4 strength healers and they just kept running at him. This game, he's their only good frontliner, and he has to worry about getting Reapered here. I still think you go pipe here. The only physical damage you're dealing with is, I think you just go hood and run at him. Sounds pretty good. That guy's ownage. I think 3-3 is actually the best player on their team. He is.
Definitely when he's been on the
super
dogs here.
impressive.
But you say, because I was going to say,
No, his
most of the games have been
shaker
dogs here.
was
he's played some shaker offline.
super ownage.
Yeah.
His Tidehunter was really good. That guy is amazing. He does jungle a lot though, but he's still amazing.
He does. He plays it safe, but he.
You know
he
you
saves
have
us
like
sometimes.
a really good player when someone says your Tidehunter is really good. You know?
Tidehunter was really good.
Because Tidehunter is just one of those heroes. It's always just like he performs. Just Tidehunter.
No, it's because he went offensive. Like, you know the problem where Tidehunters just build like 2 defensively? They get like mech pipe and then they just ignore you.
Yeah.
He went defensive and they're like, oh wait, everyone's ignoring me. And then he went offensive and just right-clicked the crap out of people. It was great. He's not scared. That guy is definitely not a wuss.
Alright, well here we go. Are you going to stick around, Andy, or are you taking a break? What's your plan? He has food to eat.
I thought it was coming sooner. That's why.
Yeah, that was your excuse last time.
No, because I was told that they were already out getting it, but it came a lot later than I thought.
Alright.
And then I felt ashamed.
You
I'll
can
tell you
eat-
what. When I finish, I'll come back on. I'll sit here.
There we go.
Okay.
There we
Alright,
go.
that's
We'll let you get your food, Andy.
Then we'll trade off. We'll tag team.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Because yeah, you need to be doing soon on.
Well, I'll chill, and then we'll pass the baton once Dad comes back.
Right. Perfect. So here we are. It's me, Ben Wu, Tsunami for the moment, taking you through this very exciting game too. It is going to be Planet
30
Dog
seconds
versus
to
Danish
go.
Bears. One more loss for Danish Bears, and they are out at the running for that TI spot. Planet Dog, one game, effectively away from playing that Grand Finals best of 5, which it will be against Mouse Sports to come, of course, straight after this series. I believe they'll probably get a short break, but as you guys I'm sure know at home, with the qualifiers, everything has moved on very swiftly. As you don't get time to mess around here.
The
You're straight in,
begins.
constant Doa.
Not invading the bounty room this go around,
Worthy
even though
twist.
that's definitely the same hog strategy, but Tidehunter does fine well in top lane.
What's that down to? Is that just down to the level 1 not being quite as good, do you feel, as it was in game 1 that Planet Dog had?
Yeah,
It's terrible.
It's just not.
good.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, tied at the moment to be joined by Milan, hiding up at the top lane. Mid lane, J4 Bane, supporting up Kaiser's
Green
Quap.
sap.
And yeah, I like this. So well, even though Ace could survive on his own, he's actually going to have Neuer coming in for the early stages. Coming in with the clockwork. And looking towards Milan. Does knock him back with the cogs. Milan's got that Burrow stroke ready, so should be able to run himself away. And Neuer will do his best to give him quite a bit of a beat down on the way out there. And mid lane, yeah, just 747 this time. He's going to be holding hands with Rise rather than Neuer. Top lane, bit of a go on to Ace. In fact, they've got a good chance of bringing him down incredibly low here. He's already used the pulse. In fact, he may just pop. He does. He goes down. First blood for 3-3.
Whoa.
Beautiful way for them to start lane. They're going to have Burrow Strike back up again in a second. Can they go for this? They have the Gush. Do
See?
slow him down.
This guy's a man. He went level 1 Gush.
I love it.
Got first blood. What an awesome type. How do you get first blood?
I don't know.
What?
I mean, Decro 100% was not. Yeah, I guess he doesn't know. He doesn't know about this 32 Tide, man.
No.
That's crazy. Great way for them to punish the lanes. And this bottom lane, of course, we talked about Necro being able to deal okay on his own. Swift ending, also on this Clinks. Very much a lane that he should be fine in. He should get a lot out of it. And I feel if he gets a few levels, Hester Joe has to be careful. A +1 in terms of an SK or a Bane could really give kill potential on this bottom. Top lane again. There's the Gush and the Burrow Strike. The cogs are there along with the Ghost Shroud and the 1 charges, and that will be enough to save Ace. Now he has that level 2. And things are certainly going to get a little harder with that Ghost Shroud. But as we can see, just 3-3, being an absolute bully on this top lane with the help of Milan. Making this Necro work for it.
Mid lane's still not going that well for 7-for-7.
No?
He's last game the Quap out CS'd him despite him starting out with max souls. From normally this matchup in a straight one-on-one, Quap has the advantage 1 through 4, and then SF has the advantage 5 on. But with the early soul to start, it's a little bit different.
Nice bit of a return kill up on top lane. As soon as the Sand King's gone, they see the opening to move in. Nice wraparound from Neuer. Gets the cog block, and they full punish 3-3. So securing that 1-for-1 now on that top lane between the two cores.
How's the bone flusher doing?
12-for-1, 9-for-0. That slight lead on Hester Joe at the moment.
Shaker's getting
Yeah, he is. He's not yet being bullied out. Getting good levels and good farm for that solo lane Shaker. See mid lane. Right. Very low here. But they turn around with the raises. And it's the casual support trade in the middle. Both mid laners picking up the support in return. J4 worth a little bit more than Rise apparently. And again, but more lanes really having sort of the equal trades. The difference between the Quap and the Shadow Fiend now equaled. So, bottom lane, Swift. Moving on to Hester Joe with those boots.
They're just like
Just
no
quick enough to get away.
kill potential.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, we're going to see them get each other low, but as long as they don't do anything too overly aggressive, they both should be able to walk it off for the most part. But it's still a nice win in the sense that Hester Joe has been forced out of the lane for a wave or two, giving Swift ending even more space.
They do see Milan
Burrow Strike and the Sandstorm. But
Which
the
is worth
wraparound-
more, sinking kill or bounty rune?
And man in a lot of trouble, especially with the Shaker TPing back into the lane. Has got the Fisher, J4. Oh, that a beautiful Nightmare. Beautiful Nightmare will save the Sand King. J4 will pay with his own life though. So, I mean, a support saving a support. As Rise should get the... There's no way J4 lives this, surely not. Yeah, Shrine, of course, still 30 seconds away. They do get the kill, get the +2 on Rise. But neat little play there to save the SK. Getting Milan back to safety. The 5 protects the 4.
Even Milan's moves there were pretty good too. He the Shaker was very wary of trying to block the split off the clock in the Sand King, and he kept walking back and forth, wagging, and then he just burrow struck up the cliff. Smooth moves, buddy.
Smooth.
With DC here, as to Joe, when he's back though, may try for something with Noya down at the bottom lane. They do have Dust on the Clockwork. Swift level 5. They've got a Fisher. I mean, maybe if they can get a Fisher into the battery and the cogs, there should be good kill potential, but we'll see how safe Swift plays, as it's very likely he may be able to just back up before anything happens. Yeah, it's okay, especially with this ward here. It should be pretty hard for them to catch out Swift with this. He knows what's up. Over lanes, 3-3. After that initial, him being taken down, he's picked up the Talon and he's sticking to the jungle. He's playing it safe, doesn't want to go near that Necro. So he's getting a lot of space now in the top.
This warding game is night and day. They have 4 wards out for Planet Dog and 0 out for Bears.
Well, they got the one out here.
Oh, they do? Okay, they have 1.
Oh, sorry, they got 2.
Oh.
But they are about to both expire. Just the 30 and 50 seconds on the 2 of them. Whereas, yeah, these are the majority for... Okay, and this one's about to go. But they've already got their 2 new ones out. And, as you're saying, in very good positions as well. Positions that will keep Swift ending, for the most part, very safe until those level 6s are online on the supports. Then it's going to get a bit trickier. Hook shots and global silences, much easier to close the gap on Swift. But for now, he should be able to protect himself, keep on standing at the top of the farm. As we can see, all 3 highest CSs over on the side of Planet Dog, off the back of this laning stage. Is this pretty much what you expected though from the lanes? Or do you feel that anyone's played...
Ty should have gotten crushed a lot harder.
Okay.
But
He's got much more than you felt.
yeah, but that was because Milan was up there. I think Milan's done a lot in his early game. It's about even.
Okay.
I would expect SF to be doing better too. But SF is...
Yeah, with the help of the
I would say
clock.
this is the main thing,
Yeah.
because Rise was there, and, well, I mean, he's already got his first +2 for the game.
And he didn't get enfeebled, so that wasn't interfering with his CS. So I would expect his CS to be like 30 out. Not maybe not 30. Yeah, around 30 actually. Shaker's getting a lot more too than I expected.
It's because Clinks doesn't have any mana regen early on.
Yeah.
Searing Arrows is amazing, but if you don't have like a Crystal Maiden or something, then like they don't do that much damage at level 1, but you still want to use them at level 1, and then by the time they're maxed out, you have no more mana. So he got this Bazzy Ring and Soul Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Great, but at the same time, well, actually, Soul Ring is...
Soul Ring is... Now he's got it. I think he's only just picked it up.
Right, and it's kind of like it's a different schools of thought on whether you like prioritizing the Soul Ring on Clinks. I for a brief period of time, I was really for it, but these days maybe not so much, so I'm glad that he went for it because he's envisioning that he's going to be sitting around in a 1v1 for a while, so why not just shore up your one issue with mana?
What's the build we expect on this? This is going to be what Soul Ring treads, and then do you get you get the Deso and you don't get Medallion Solar Crest first anymore?
Against a Necro, maybe not.
I think
Deso is better all round.
Because that way you can push even if you can't find kills, whereas if you go for Medallion, it's pretty much only useful kills.
Okay. Yeah, the split bush.
Also, it's that'd be 3 mana regen items.
True. We'll see what he does up for.
By the way, you're relieved.
That was quick.
Dude, you know how big... Look, that thing was literally filled.
What? Since when are you a salad kind of guy anyway? I mean, I know you're looking pretty swole
He's a healthy
recently,
boy.
but yeah.
Because
Healthy boy.
No, 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 it's not even that really. It's just that we've been eating a lot of
Garbage.
takeout. So I was like, if I'm gonna get takeout, I want to at least eat something feel like it's takeout.
Okay.
Okay. Good old American food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Always the highlight of coming over.
I mean, when I'm at home, I never eat out, ever.
You cook?
you cook.
I do.
Really?
What's your special
Meth.
dish?
Hey. Got 'em.
Hey.
No, I make a lot of different stuff. I make a lot of chicken. I make really good.
Do you breed chickens?
No,
You
I
make
do
really
not
good
breed
what?
chickens. I make good taco.
Taco.
Really?
See, speaking of chickens, I was home on winter break one time. We had like an old rabbit cage.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't remember what happened to rabbit. Anyways, we had a rabbit for like a couple years. We
What
had
was
this
it
rabbit.
called?
Butterscotch, I think.
Butterscotch. Typical rabbit name.
And then I came home during the summer, and we had a chicken in the rabbit cage.
Okay.
And I asked my
What is
parents, "Why do you have this chicken?"
Yeah.
And then there's like, "Oh, we just collect its egg every week." It was just a chicken. I mean, my parents. I don't know where they got it. I was like, "Where did they get it?" I asked them where they got it from. They just didn't really answer me. My parents are like that. If they don't want to tell me something, they just kind of ignore me.
So there was some dark reason why they had this chicken.
No,
they
they
didn't wanna reveal.
ate its egg every week. Just
Did they eat the chicken?
Is that worth?
and then at some point they gave it to my grandfather, which
Did he eat
means
the chicken?
that He probably.
He probably had the chicken.
One egg a week sounds like so little.
Yeah, it seems
It
like a
laid,
large
I think they said
investment.
it laid eggs every week.
They should have made
Oh,
that
okay.
chicken work harder. It's a bit of a lazy.
How
I
do
mean,
you
I
make
don't-
them lay more eggs?
I-
Is that a thing?
Well,
Just
it
kick
is
them
a
so
thing,
the eggs pop
actually.
out,
You know,
yeah.
you do some questionable ethical stuff, and you make the chickens think that like
Yeah.
it's constantly ovulation.
Ask one of
time or
those, like,
something.
Oh, that
chain-
sounds awful.
What, so you
Well,
were nice-
that's-
you were
that's
nice
why-
to your
That's
chicken?
why I'm a vegetarian.
I just fed it some food.
Ah. Did
My
you
parents
pet
were
it?
like, no, I didn't pet it.
Did you give it a tickle?
I don't know. I've never been like real close to chickens.
Did you encourage it to fly? Did you throw it
Chickens-
off the roof of your house?
Chickens can't fly.
Well, you can if you throw them off the roof of your house.
It was in the
Well-
cage the whole time.
They would only fly for a few seconds, then they did.
If you think about it, we can all fly for a few.
That's true.
Good.
For a few seconds.
What a beautiful few seconds it would be, though.
That's the chickens. More of the dirt. We're back on Planet Dog versus Mouse Sports. Thanks for the patience. And indeed, we're talking about Swift. Will he be called out? And the answer is no, unless Neuer wants to go for a sweet little play and pop it to smoke. Ooh, the dust. Gonna have another pause.
Whoa.
Whoa, this is a family stream.
Eric Dong.
Classic NA player, really. NA language.
We just don't know any other vocabulary. How else would you say it?
Yeah.
We use
Are
swears
you
like
just gonna
commas
say-
pretty much. We just throw them
Exactly.
in wherever.
It's just an adjective. You're gonna say my sound is messed up. That just doesn't bring the.
I mean, it's actually more
It's actually-
efficient
no,
to
it's-
say what he said
I mean,
because
technically-
it's less letters, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You don't have to say as much.
Is it an adjective? It's a verb, isn't it?
It could be every.
Yeah, that's
You
the
just-
beauty
But
of the.
technically it's a verb.
It's very versatile.
Well, yeah.
What
you
about I don't
like-
give an? What about I don't give a fuck? That's
Well, that-
that's a noun.
He had the ED on the end.
Yeah,
that's
it's
not,
messed up.
It's not a noun. It's not a singular
It could
thing.
be adjective.
Can it? Well, I mean, it's used as an adjective, but is that really proper?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
That word is so versatile.
I mean, I'm
really
sure it
is.
is, but it's the improper use of that word.
Can you put Merlini on the fire list, please?
We're gonna pen.
I was explaining grammar.
Yeah, I have a very naughty word, Ben.
Hey, Eric
He's
Dong.
educating the
I'm
masses.
Ben Wu.
I'm trying to give you some insight into 747's NA mindset.
Well, I mean, I don't know why he's playing anymore because we're not having that in the international. Naughty
Yeah.
boys like that.
He's a respectable European lad now.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Gaben. Do you really want this sort of vulgarity at your $1 million land? And I'm pretty sure he'll say no. I'm pretty sure he will. He doesn't stand for that, Gabe. He's a polite guy. Have you ever heard Gaben swear?
No, actually.
No.
He sat down with us last TI.
Yeah, I
We
spoke
were-
with him. He didn't say a single swear word.
Well,
I mean-
he was only there for like 5.
They talked for us for like 10.
Believe
maybe.
me, I've met some people who can swear a lot in 5 minutes.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
challenge you to get a swear word out of him.
Okay, I'll just stand on his toe or something. No, he's
You
always
don't wanna- you
he's
don't
always
wanna
wearing
make him
sandals.
mad.
He's got the vulnerable toes.
Why
Go
would
for-
you wanna
go
make him
go for the
mad?
toes?
Well, that's the easiest way to get someone to
That's
curse.
true, actually. Probably would not work a Valve event again if I stood on Gaben's
Yeah,
toes.
you probably shouldn't intentionally try to piss him off.
Yeah, it's not really not really a smart life move or career move. Well, once again, apologies for this pause.
Hey! Now that's a Merlini right
I like
there.
that.
What we got?
That's a
Oh,
that's a
that was
Merlini
cool.
who
Do it again,
wouldn't-
do it again.
Ben can't
What happened?
see it.
that's
Do it
a
again,
Merlini
do it
that
again.
wouldn't
I was behind the
curse.
monitor.
Do it again.
That was the point.
Do it again.
Do I need to move back
They're
over
not
here?
Yeah, you need
Rob.
to move back.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta go to the other shot, and...
There he is.
But see, Ben can't see it because he's behind the
That's right,
monitor.
Ben, get it. What the hell?
Look, can you move it over like closer to Owen and then do that exact same motion?
Oh, hi there.
Thank God we changed cameras right then.
Oh, they didn't see me get that.
Rob's on the A game. He
Rob's like,
understands how this
no,
works.
no.
It's really all
Oh,
up to him.
He wants our channel to stay not banned.
Yeah, I'm not the guy who's playing Shadow Fiend and puts rude words in the chat.
He's also not the person who runs the stream.
What we got? TI7 admins just dropped a question mark.
Oh man, dude, he's been
They've
doing
just
that.
dropped a
He's been doing-
question.
he doesn't even really ask like what's going on. He's just like, what's the ETA? He
We're
just
gonna have-
question mark.
We're gonna have a
Well, I mean, I think he was pretty clear in what was wrong.
TI.
Oh yeah, I know. But then
Seven
you can say
out
like how much time
ten.
or something, or you can be like you have 2 minutes remaining, but instead you just like boom question
We've
mark.
got a question mark tally. I've
I mean,
definitely
it's an
seen.
NA admin, right?
I've definitely seen 3. No, I don't think it's an NA
It's
admin.
Andre, I think.
Is it
Oh,
Andre?
is it Andre?
Yeah.
I know he's working for. I think there's a few admins. Though.
There are a few admins. I'm not sure which one it is, but
I don't think Andre would just question mark.
I think he would.
you're
Andre.
saying that
He
someone's
takes his
gone-
job
Yeah,
seriously.
he don't.
Yeah,
He
he
don't
does.
take no shit from nobody. Andre.
But that's why he wouldn't question mark, right? He'd be like, why are we still paused?
Don't question mark law.
Well, question mark's international as well. You know, maybe if you're not sure if someone speaks English, put
Sometimes,
a question.
sometimes you need an upside down question mark though.
That is true. That is true.
Do you know what that voice line means?
It means. No. One of them means.
It's GG.
I've been told this. Listen, yeah, it's a gay. It's GG.
It's
There's the oi 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 oi.
Yeah,
Something like what went wrong. I think that one is.
I think so.
And
Actually, it's not oi, it's I. It's I.
ay 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 ay.
Yeah, it is.
Because oi and I are apparently different. One of my friends who's from Russia yelled at me for that.
Oh really?
I didn't know any better. I'm just an ignorant American. I don't know.
What did you say to him? You went oi oi oi.
Well,
He
I
was
was
like,
just
whoa!
quoting-
Don't insult my mother.
I was quoting the voice line. They
Oh.
were. It's because it means something different in context.
That's
Ты посмотри вокруг, что происходит. Боже, ты посмотри вокруг.
I wonder if it's not the dub too.
I wouldn't want someone to turn LD's line and to be like, oh my gosh, goush. I don't even know how you would mess up wow, but
Yeah. it's-
До
goush.
конца умер как герой.
I mean, English is complicated, but it's complicated because of
Oh,
context.
okay.
and, like,
Well, yeah, I have it.
Oh yeah?
Oh, you got the reasons.
Look at
Okay,
him,
this
see?
one
There's
is
Eddie.
lived until
That's a
the
very
end,
sad image.
died like a hero.
The emotion.
See, in a parallel universe, that LD said something else.
Ay 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 ay.
But if he said something else, then we wouldn't have it in the.
I know.
Whoops.
You gotta be careful what you wish for. It's the theme.
It's a
and
double-edged sword.
It really is.
What is going on? How screwed up is his sound? I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, I understand
Well,
why
he
you used.
didn't
I
say
understand
screwed
why
up.
you used the word. Yeah, this is
Exactly.
obviously extreme screwage.
You
There's
drop
only
an
one word
F-bombs,
for that.
You know.
Eh. Something's terribly wrong with it. I don't blame him now for resorting to naughty words.
Trascal doesn't play with sound.
I don't.
You don't actually do.
You're disgusting.
I know, right?
I
What
haven't
do you
played
do
with
against
sound
Monkey King? They specifically added that sound because everyone's like, wait, I don't know where Primal Spring
No
is
one
coming.
plays Monkey King, so
True.
a relevant question.
True.
It's true. There was that period though when it first came out and it was.
I will say that playing with sound is better, like objectively better.
Well, a lot of the some of the pro Chinese teams, they don't use sound, do they? Because they find it advantageous, I guess, to just be able to talk without voice.
Well,
calls, just
there's-
being
yeah.
able to hear each other
I guess so.
as a team.
For me, it's like when I feel like when I play without sound, I'm actually more focused than with sound. I don't know why.
Yeah, you said you were like, oh, it makes me pay attention to the minimap more.
Yeah.
and stuff
That makes
like
sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of sounds that you do hear that are irrelevant. You know what I mean?
It's true.
The game makes it. Not every sound that you hear in the game is actually useful information. In fact,
Right.
most of it isn't, because you see it happening.
But
or-
Dota 2 does have very good sound.
It really
Oh, it
does.
does. I love the sound. Yeah. I
And it
mean,
has good
the
music.
the voice lines. You know, I know some people they like to turn off the music. They like to turn off the voice lines. But yeah, it's great to play with.
I'm not ready yet. I hear that.
I
Oh,
hear
yeah,
that
no,
all the
so
time. Anytime-
I'm a phase boot
I'm a
masher.
phase boot spammer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the lines.
And I'm
man.
like, listen, Legion, I know it sucks, but I want to get it like as quickly as that comes off cooldown.
One thing I didn't realize as well, and someone told me, I probably didn't, probably everyone knows this. You know, if you actually triple
we're
click
going
on your
on.
hero,
Yeah, don't
it
say
says
like
a
a rare
line,
line,
but
yeah.
but you can literally spam it. So if you just keep left clicking on your hero, you can just walk around like an idiot because your hero's just, he won't shut up.
Oh.
And of course everyone hears it, so people are like, what the hell's wrong with you? But so advice still, you ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be annoying in pubs, just spam click on your hero, force out some rude lines.
Just pick techies.
Or just pick techies.
Not in a competitive game though.
Well, we're back in. Sound must be now good for 747. And what was going on? So yeah, they made that move on Swift Ending, was unsuccessful. Up at the jungle, Milan. Rise on 747. Just want to be a little careful there. Rise is also in the neighborhood, and he'll look to trade a few hits with Milan on Milan's way out of the jungle. So that Milan still hovering around a little bit, maybe seeing if he could snap up some of that X-Spin. I think he may have just been in range for the big creep. Boost him towards that level 3. Kaiser, of course, more space in the middle lane with the jungling plays from 747. Bottom lane, that's where the action is though. Neuer manages to get in range to Cog, and battery sold up J4, and can he get the kill? Brain sap keeping J4 alive, it's enough. Neuer respecting the fact that there is a Klings moving across, but oh, beautiful Fisher there, bringing J4 very low. Is still alive though for the time being. They've got the dust out, it does clip Swift Ending. They don't care about not killing J4 if they can get the Klings. The jump in, rotation because oh no! The Sonic Wave misses, and now they've lost 2. Oh, they do get the clock, but Hester Joe's out, and that's a painful ult to miss. You just cost your team 2 lives essentially because you didn't land that. That's gotta hurt.
I haven't seen that spell miss in a while.
I mean, I haven't seen it miss that badly in a while. That was like...
That was a pretty quite off the mark. And yeah, in a situation where it wasn't like they were dodging it, they were just heading straight down.
I think
like,
it's one of those situations where you click on the hero.
Yeah.
If you click on the hero, it'll look like that. But a lot of the old school players sometimes click on the heroes if you don't. I mean, Kaiser plays this hero like every game.
He plays it a lot. He is a very good quad. That was very uncharacteristic of Kaiser.
Well, fortunately, he still won his lane even against the SF, who started with, what, 15 free souls?
Or I think it was
It did. And even though 2 of his team died, he still got the kill on a clock, so he's like, oh, got my job done, got my kill.
Maybe that was his plan all along.
Wanted
He's
the
like,
solo XP.
Yeah, he wanted them to level up from the kills, and he's like, suckers.
Get that solo action.
and he gets more gold that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tactical
Kaiser,
players.
what a genius.
Bottom lane. Opening up there with the Fisher. He has got the 3-way to help him out, but they have, well, I say to help him out, it ain't gonna help shit when there's an Echo Slam available, as he gets absolutely splattered.
I wonder if he's only 6 because of kills.
Oh.
That would
I
actually...
think he would have been.
Bottom tower
I think
is
that would have
under
been,
attack.
yeah, that would have been the situation looking at where he is now in terms of XP. So that was, yeah, before the 8-minute mark, hitting the 6, and making a big impression with it, knocking Swift Ending off the map.
Because that's kind of surprising, right? Like the Shaker being almost 7 right now.
What level is Clicks right now?
Blinks is, oh, geez, about half a level behind. It's still in a good place, but yeah, that kill making the big offset really between the 2 of them, giving that boost to the Shaker, allowing a bit of damage to be done to this bottom tier 1.
Does Clinks have ads? Can they add one for him? I don't think so.
No, Clinks, I don't know. Pretty
They
sure
keep
he
changing the hero. Like, that
Yeah.
pack just keeps changing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have ags. Yeah, I'm definitely sure he doesn't. In before I get a lot of anger tweaking. Oh, Clinks has an ag on him, so
I'm pretty sure he doesn't too.
oh, smoke from Planet Dog there. They were trying to do that classic movement to catch out 747, but as it happened to be 747 down in the jungle towards the south, so the movement of the 3 of them doesn't catch anything. Rise getting some experience in the middle lane, close to level 5, as he looks towards that level 6 global silence. It's going to actually be Planet Dog moving Swift Ending up towards the top lane and trying to get some carry-on-carry action involved. It is tough though, it's a triple bracer. He's level 8, nearly level 9. It's not an easy kill for them to get, to be honest.
This is what he did last time
tower
too.
is under attack.
I think just Atos. Atos spreads, I believe.
Like, I don't know if they can get, I mean, at the least, I mean, Swift, he's spending a lot of time up here. Maybe they can force Ace out of the lane and try and take a tower, but this could be tough. They do have Ravage.
They need more.
I was gonna, yeah, killing Ace. Yeah. Pop does have a TP, a little low on the health front, and Noah's going to spot this out. So the fact that 3 are sitting up here, it feels like it's essentially just time wasted for Planet. they're not going to get anything achieved. Ace is going to be more than fine. Bottom lane, Hester Joe having fun, still being solo. Now, with Swift Ending going back towards the bottom, maybe they can catch out Hester Joe.
He doesn't have death backed up.
Oh, that's true, actually.
And that goes up in 5 seconds.
Yeah, Hester Joe could turn this around if things get a bit saucy near the creeps.
Well, he doesn't have enough mana right now. He needs a Soul Ring.
Let's see what he can do. With a third in, Hester Joe could be in trouble, looking for the Burrow Strike. And he may not even need it yet. With the Brain Sap and the damage, they will finally get that kill they were looking for. It's a nice one, bit of a boost to Swift Ending's gold supply. And we'll have a look at the net worth for the heroes at the moment. 747 on par with Kaiser. Both of them sit at the top. Ace, though, with a 1k gold lead over the Cleats. And I feel a lot of that down to those movements that Swift Ending was making, where he didn't find any action for a good minute or so. As Ace continues to find the free farm on this top lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like he will be going for a medallion on the Clinks. Tidehunter picked up 2 Ring of Regens. I was supposing for Pipe.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Quite very good this game.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, very good in a lot of games that we see, but this one round, if he gets a good timing on it, it's going to allow Planet Dog to get a lot done pushing with this Kalinx. Does get a fair bit of damage done to the tier 1, but at the same time Ace actually doing more himself with his own push.
Yeah. So he's struggled a lot in lane, and they've been very prepared with his detection. So Necropus does have the drums Andy was talking about. Rod, it works. Yeah, Rod's pretty good here.
I mean, that's like one of the most efficient builds ever, right? Triple bracers, one.
Radiant's top
Because you
tower
also have
is
all
under
those early
attack.
stat items inside of the bracers. Smoking up. No one's in the bot lane though, but they might run into Lynx.
Do they have detection? They do. Noya has dust.
Gold.
They will miss the Kalinx actually. It looks to be, yeah, they want to go for someone in the mid lane. Milan, they want to be caught. Do they drop the Reapers for it? They won't even get the chance to. He's already dead.
A lot of hate.
Global was used.
Do it all for the intelligence.
That's true.
Let's see on that's his second involvement, the +4 now on Silencer. Now Smoke Up in return for Planet Dog.
Global.
No, there's no Global.
Global
Yeah.
down is bad for them.
Yeah.
Full duration grip could come out onto Ace right now.
That would be the kill. He's been very hard to actually be punished earlier. Here they have the perfect setup. There's the Fiend's grip. Do they have the damage to bring him down during it? I don't think they're going to. He's going to get the chance to go shroud. No, okay. Sonic Wave will be enough to burst through it.
Top tower is under attack.
As there was a TP, I believe, coming in, but it was cancelled as they realised that there was no hope of saving the Necro. And that's the kill the Planet Dog were after. They take down Ace. They get good pressure onto the tier 1 up top with their full lineup, other than Milan, pummeling into this tower. Same time though, Hester Joe and Noya, they themselves might be able to find the tier 1 trade.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Danish players indeed do just let that one go to Planet Dog.
I think that's really all they have to do. Just fight around your team fight, if Google's down, have the Tidehunter sit in the front, kill towers. Eventually when the Clinks gets BKB, I don't really know what like Danish Bears are going to be able
Radiant's
to do about
bottom tower is
that. Like
under
he
attack.
actually owns
Radiant's
all of their
bottom
heroes
tower
with
is
BKB.
fortified.
SF's pretty big though. He can deal physical. All you need to do is keep Clinks.
Dire's top tower
And you can
is
even
under
scythe
attack.
through BKB just to keep Clinks from waste some straight times.
Oh, he's rushing Diffusal. Clinks.
Yeah, for the Necro, right?
Yep. Good play overall.
I think it's actually an underrated item in the hero in general, because Klink's biggest issue is that he actually can't stay in range of the heroes if he's attacking, because your movement speed comes from your skeleton walk, and then when you're out of it, you lose on movement speed. You hit really fast, but you can't keep them in range. So Diffusal Blade allows you to just pretty much kill anyone.
Dire's middle
Kaiser has walked into the wrong neighborhood here. Bam!
Ouch.
He had his one. Well, actually, I don't know.
He had a curse and last one.
Just to jump there.
This is much better movement coming up to the and it's still overall the same concept. Let Ace do his thing, while the other 4 heroes do their own thing.
Just gotta wait for the admin question mark now.
It's gonna come. I can feel it. They aren't back. Nice and quick, like good little boys.
Reason? Question mark.
DC for what?
Crops out and 747 follows suit. Maybe
I guess
still
the
has
SF is pretty...
yeah, in this game, he's ahead of Kaiser.
Bye.
Do you think he goes for the full-out Hurricane Pike BKB? Does he need to play as safe as he did in Game 1 in terms of items?
I don't think he needs Pike.
No. Dragon Lance is enough
BKB
for the
is
stage.
crazy value against those heroes.
Yeah, dude. But getting it early, maybe.
Amanta's not really good.
Guess so? He's really good.
They could go Silver Edge to kill the Tide early, too, with Global.
I like Silver Edge.
Oh yeah, I'd be okay with that.
You can also go Scully.
Mr. Joe, has the dust. There is backup on the way as well. If you can keep control of Swift for long enough, they've got a good shot at bringing down the Clinks. That dust slowing him down. Neuer has not got hook shot for 15 seconds. In fact, he's got more issues on his hands. J4's there, holds him back with the Nightmare. Dust is now worn off. In fact, they're thinking about turning this straight up with the Fiend's Grip. The Global comes out to cancel it. Still, a lot of members around. Hester Joe blinks back. They look to re-engage once the blink's back up if it's his opportunity to do so. Fisher comes out, but it won't be enough to save Neuer. Neuer down. Hester Joe now caught out by the Burrow Strike. Planet Dog making some great moves to react to Danish Bears up top as they themselves get the double kill for Swift ending. And punish Danish Bears for making quite a long chase for that Clinks, buying more than enough time for Planet Dog to react.
Didn't even have to use Ravage. And they popped Global for that as well.
Yeah,
Try
that
to
global
save.
played right into Dog's hands.
And maybe they could do something mid with the Ravage. Out it comes, 3-3, catches 2 with the Ravage. Burrows drive forward, onto the Silencer, but in return there's the Reaper's Sight. They get the kill onto Kaiser. Total shot forward, and this time it's Danish Bears who react to the reaction of Planet Dog. They tried to force something with the Ravage. It did look like they could move across for it. But with Ace in the neighborhood, they had the self-sustain, and he gets that big Reaper's drop as well, dropping Kaiser out for 50 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It seems to be what it has been in those last 2.
They were attacking different targets.
Yeah, they were split.
So,
That's,
is that his Atos?
I believe that is. If I can actually click on the correct. It's, yeah. Atos complete and out. Okay. Monster that all has to go still, has that Echo Slam ready to go. And they're looking to make moves with that down bottom. Global Silence back up at 30.
This Atos is already up.
Yeah.
I don't like
Radiant's
Clinks'
bottom
chances
tower
in this
is under
game.
attack.
I think like he has Defusal, but I think he
Dire's
might
middle
just
tower
die
is under
with
attack.
Defusal.
Dire's
There's
structures
Echo,
are fortified.
there's Global,
Radiant's
Requiem,
bottom
there's Hookshot,
tower
there's so
is
many
under
things that he
attack.
actually needs BKB for.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced
Radiant's
that he can
bottom
actually
tower
beat him.
has fallen. Dire's
Just the
middle
Clockwork
tower
cooking
has
for
fallen.
Reapers hit that. Is anyone else actually able to buy a Force Staff in Planet Dog? I think they really need one.
Radiant's
Oh,
bottom
Neuer
tower
gets the hook shot, post blink, still 5 seconds before Kaiser can jump out. And again, there's a Reaper's available. He will use himself up. Do they have the catch here with a beautiful Fisher timing? They do. Reaper's up. Oh! Oh my god! And he denies himself to unusual. Maybe he didn't want to die. Maybe the Death Force would have killed him actually, so it's good that he did deny himself. But that Nightmare save from J4,
That
something
was
that we
sick.
didn't really talk about or expect, but that was
7 for
bang
7.
on. Top lane, Hester Joe will be caught out. The Fiend's Grip here, and they do find themselves the kill at the same time. The 747 indeed did waltz in with the rest of the gang, take down the Sang King. Yeah, whew. Pretty little plays coming out in this game, that's for sure. I mean, I guess it totally makes sense. The Bane against the Necro, if you're in range, it's pretty damn good at saving that your teammate from a huge burst of damage and that imminent death.
It's just hard to get off. The cast range is really low.
Yeah, you kind of have to know who's going to get Reapered before they get Reapered.
Okay.
And also the Scythe came out suspiciously late. Like, he put it in almost Culling Blade range, as opposed to a pretty safe percentage to start the Scythe, because I guess they were waiting for this Global Silence to run out so that they could guarantee that they get as much stun possibility on the Queen of Pain.
I think what happened was he used himself to break the global.
Yeah.
And then he got fissured after the fact, and they realized that he would have blinked after because he didn't even blink before. Because he blinked originally,
Oh,
and then he
okay.
got caught.
But I feel like they had enough damage to finish it off in the second.
Neuer. There's the hook shot, makes the connection. Ace, does he want to drop a Reapers on this one? The pipe is out. In fact, that's going to be enough to save him from the initial death. He does still go down. Same time, elsewhere on the map, middle lane. They do lose their silencer to the movements of Klink's swift ending. So these trades go down. I mean, I'm sorry I'm not able to catch them both with the Titans. We need a bit of a split cam for this game, as both teams reacting to whenever one of their members gets caught out, they look to try and find the pick elsewhere. And they do make those trades happen. Overall though, 3k gold lead towards the side of Danish Bears. And that SF is getting bigger and bigger, scarier and scarier. 747. Shadowblade nearly onto the BKB. Quick link down from Hester Joe. Kaiser actually coming in aggressive for that play. They have vision, but he does have the Yules and he's got the second blink as he gets himself back out, back to safety.
Coin for me.
J4 setting up a trap.
Global is up there. Be hard to execute. Alan. Where's on the DD? Saving it for anyone. Don't really have too many near their neighborhood. Maybe if they can get it on Swift or Kaiser.
If you can take Roche off that, though. Global is up.
Pretty sure he can.
They
Needs
can
a
do it
creep,
very
but-
quick. Yeah, he's looking for it. In fact, they may find more than a creep.
Oh, Ace has Ghost Scepter. Defusal counter right there.
There we go, straight in. Is he going to get a chance to react? The global comes out. It's not enough with the Ghost to save himself as he gets bursted down. Hook shot from Neuer. Or comes in, gets two in the cogs. He needs backup though. He's on his own. In fact, he may get punished for this one. Neuer down. 747 did manage to find the kill on the Sand King, but overall, Planet Dog take two, and they're not done yet. Kaiser jumping forward onto Rise. DD on the Quap as he beats into the silencer. He's almost certainly going to tick down to the Shadow Strike. In fact, Kaiser jumps in. Oh, the deny! 747 with the taunt as well. Does manage to deny Rise, but overall it's still three members hitting the deck on Danish Bears. Planet Dog, again with the better team fight. And that was a team fight around the global as well. So this has got to be good news for Planet Dog. And a bit of a wake-up call for Danish Bears that they've got to change up the way that they're reacting to these team fights.
One of the worst parts about Necro's build is he has no armor. He's like purely relying on being invulnerable to physical, which doesn't really work against the Weasel. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna mention that like Tide is barely Ravaged this game at all.
Yeah, I think we just seen the one in the mid lane.
It's just been one Ravage, and they're still like doing okay. I don't know. I think the later the game goes, the Klinks didn't really have a good lane, but I think he's in a position where as soon as you get Magic immunity, you're gonna have like one really good standout fight, and you're just gonna kill everyone.
Well, that's true for both teams. Neither team has a good
Yeah, but I think like SF is a bit different because he doesn't front load as much pure physical damage as a Klinks can. He's more of like the AoE team fight where he offers you like Requiem and Raise and stuff, and that's gonna be fighting into pipe. Whereas physical damage mitigation, I don't really see, you know, Danish Bears having a tremendous amount of that.
Necro could build a Crimson if he wanted to, but I find that unlikely.
He needs armor. Shivas, Blade Mail, Veil. He has none of those. He's only seeing an 8 armor.
Yeah, that's another problem with this build. He's super inventory starved. He's like pretty much 6 slotted already. He's gonna have to start selling stuff soon.
Yeah, I don't know why he's...
But
I think it's because he wanted to farm his Weaver, but he didn't want to show that he was doing
smart, yeah. Okay. Milan, making sure he thinks of everything, considers the, as you say, that chance for them to know that he has a blink. They don't. He plays it sneaky.
Tide Dog 2-1 from Midas.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Why? Because yeah, he had the blink queued up. And he was saving the gold, but
He doesn't need it.
He doesn't. He doesn't
I
like
guess-
the
Ravage.
Yeah.
Without Ravage, so like, you know, let's thank him. He just got his like that.
Radiant's top tower.
another tower. Those given up as Danish Bears. The 5-man of the top lane starts to power down the lane. Same time. They'll look for the trade. Planet Dog. Set the fortification. Should get this tier 1. They are in danger of losing a tier 2 as well, though. At the moment, Danish Bears seem to have the superior push with the size that 747 is. They'll take a tier 2 as well. Planet Dog can get away with a tier 2 themselves. They're looking towards that tier 2. They may get forced back though. 747 and the boys force forward on the top lane. And they are going to start doing serious damage hits to tier 3. Planet Dog, they need to make a decision, and it is indeed going to be backing straight up and trying to get them off this tier 3. And, will be the case, but definitely Danish Bears happy with that play. They protect their own tier 2, They force back the majority of Planet Dog and get themselves out with not even a scratch.
Take advantage of this middle level.
Incoming!
It's going to be your best shot.
I think fighting the pit is super dangerous.
Yeah, I guess with what Ravage Yappy. Yeah, you're right.
Ravage Epi's really bad for them.
But they can't really afford to give up the Roche for free either. I mean, you have good ways to keep it back. You've got the flare.
True.
You've got the threat of global.
I don't think they'll stray away from a fight though. It's a 10-second BKB. 747.
Yeah, I just don't think any team wants to compromise their position in the Roche pit. It's game-losing play. Unless you're... yeah.
I mean, Clinks gets go in there by himself with like... Well, Tidehunter's the best tank, but he's also counter initiation as well, so I don't know if he's sending him.
I feel like both teams are just waiting for anything.
Yeah, just wait for it. Play safely.
In this
Like
case,
now.
looking for it, yeah, straight towards the mid. Echo Slam to control Kaiser. Again, that number, is that actually going to keep him alive? The Yours comes out, but the Global Silence was just after he used it. So it still shuts him up and will allow them to get the kill. Again, nice, J4's doing everything he can with these Nightmares to try and protect his cause. But yeah, just the timing not quite there with the Yours in correspondence to that Silence.
She also has no armor. Queen of Pain. Very difficult versus the Queen without it. Oh yeah, versus the SF. Yeah, it's pretty hard right now.
He basically has like 2 armor, I think.
Oh yeah, once he's in the
Has
neighborhood.
presence of the Dark
Yep.
Lord, yeah.
And they have Medallion on silence, so sitting well to the negative with that.
Be an easy Roche hit off the back of that pickup. Spares. Yeah, they're starting to climb in the network. There's still only a 3K. As we see, it's hovered around Danish Bear's advantage for the most part, with just the speed really that 747's been picking up farm across the map. Very much ahead of any other core in this game so far. 14,000 on him. Silver Edge, I believe, nearly done. Is that he's got the recipe on the courier? Yeah, just 100 or so.
Shiba's got recipe also, so Necro.
How's he doing? He still needs the staff. Bottom lane. Even though the Aegis is in the hands of Danish Bear, Planet Dog are still getting aggressive. They're going to lose J4 on the sidelines. They'll buy some time with the Self Nightmare. He still goes down. Fisher comes out, connecting onto 3-3, and he's going to be gonzo as well. The rest of Planet Dog have just got to get themselves the hell out of there. And you've got to kind of ask yourself, was that really the plan to push on a tier 2 after knowing they had the Aegis and that they had the superior control of this area of the map? That was a little bit risky from Planet Dog, and it did not pay off.
He really wanted some chicken right there, dude. He scripted the chicken, and no one was there to attack it. They didn't get the chicken.
No, it survived. Top lane has to Joe. 2, 1. There we go though. He'll take Swift. Does he have detection? Of course he does. He poked the dust. Swift, then he does have the BKB. Has to Joe. Forced away. The Medallion out on him to protect him. And Swift. They've got the physical damage though, haven't they? Oh, with the enchant totem slap, bringing him down, they do. And that is a Clink's BKB getting taken down. He did get the tower, but he loses his life. Danish Bears, yeah, ever since that Roche, it's being on the up and up for them, the momentum this game. As Planet Dog thrown away a little bit too much on the bottom and top lanes.
Downside about new Death Pact is that you have a lot of downtime. I think he was in between the downtime. If he still had it up, I think he would be able to TP out in time. But
Might have even killed the Shaker.
he also didn't defuse the
Kaiser, he is gone here. They should have the... Oh! He's getting himself in a better position there. The Cog's pulling him out of range of the Shaker so he can blink out. Can they stop this? Blinks there. Ooh, great location, but not quite the speed. Couldn't get there in time. So Kaiser survives that.
They had global, but I think it's fine. So.
Stop. And this is now a point where you got to ask if Danish Bears really want to stick around. They've lost a silencer, maybe even more. Kaiser jumping forward, has the Yule set up. They do have a Ravage to play around.
Radiant's middle tower.
He's going to hold back. Doesn't want to go in on it.
They just showed 2 heroes top. Danish Bears did. Had to expect some sort of counter initiation as soon as that happened.
They're just like super scared to play into the SF, I think, still.
But he has an agent. It's not but he's also very, very large.
Silver Edge is gonna get the kill on Kaiser.
Oh no! The hook shot block. Or I
he
guess
had
you say
force that.
no, not getting the right angle.
Shot himself to his left.
It could be one of those situations where you're looking at where you're hooking instead of looking at where you are.
And Kaiser's got to feel great. He's pretty much cheated death twice. You know, with Requiems, Echo Slams, hook shots. He doesn't give a damn. He's escaped it twice.
Yeah, the big issue right now is the SF's gonna have Butterfly
Dire's
before anyone's
bottom
even
tower
starting
is
to make a
under attack.
BKB. Or sorry, MKB. Yeah, that's huge.
Dire's bottom tower
J4.
has fallen.
Hello. Goodbye. Plus 2. The rise up to 22. Take an easy pick on the sides. Bottom lane. Or 7.
Dire's bottom tower is
Swift
under
in there.
attack.
Hester Joe could do something, and he does land the dust. Comes in just in time with that TP towards the shrine. Swift and he pops the BKB. Tries to TP. Oh, that's a beautiful stun. That will be enough to buy the time for Swift Ending to get out of there. Question if Milan can be as fortunate, and it's unlikely to be so with Ace coming in as the control with the rod. But a very nice play from the Sand King to save the life of the Clinks.
What a team player.
What a player.
I mean, I guess this is working in Planet Dog's best interest because so far Danish Bears have not been able to push with this Aegis at all. But at the same time, they keep giving this SF kills. So like, yes, he's not pushing, but he's still accelerating his network very easily.
Necrophos finally has his armor item too. So not only do they have to worry about the SF.
See if they try this again. Didn't work out last time, and it doesn't work out again. They just can't catch this quap.
He had the force stuff also.
Yeah, but I think in that, well, yeah, I don't know. Just
Maybe he tried to go for the max range blink and slightly overshot it.
yeah.
Got the.
How do you feel about this confidence?
It's great against the Reapers.
Yeah, but that's pretty much
Like that's
it.
the.
But
I mean
a
that's
thing,
good
right?
because nothing else can. Well, you've got the silence.
that and I think Rod. Rod is really
Up Hester Joe in trouble. Tries to come out, push the wave out, will be punished. Neuer still hanging around very close to them. See if they could do anything to punish Planet Dog for taking down Hester Joe. Out of Atos. It's the Clink. They have the dust out, but there's 3-3. Comes in with the Ravage, catches off both of them. BKB out in time though by 747. Manning up against the Clink. Swift Ending trying to escape, but the Reapers comes in, controls him, holds him in place, and allows 747 to finish him off with the help of the team. Kaiser, they block, they take the Lincolns out of him, they get the follow-up rod, but here comes the epicenter from Milan into the Fiend's grip from J4. Do they have the damage with the Gush and the Anchor Splash? They do. 3-3 gets the double kill as he takes down 747 on the Shadow Fiend. Ace trying to get out of there with a Ghost Shroud. Kaiser, not a lot of mana to play with. Milan comes in with the Burrow Strike, but Ace, he survives! Somehow not going down, finally falls as 3-3 comes round, secures the finisher. Rise now in trouble as Kaiser, still alive amongst it all, comes back in with the help of J4 on 3-3 to finish him off. Planet Dog, despite losing the Clinks and the Sand King, they get a lot done in return.
Bane looked like a good hero right there.
Bane is looking like a good hero.
I mean,
all
these Bane and Tide plays have been great. I mean, as you said, there was a period where 3-3 didn't really get to do much with the Ravages, but like that fight, he just pulled them apart. Danish Bears did not know how to fight into that Tide, just splitting them apart, and as you said, Bane just finding the opportune positioning to get that long duration Fiend script.
Look how farmed Tide is.
Yeah.
He's almost, he has his level 20 talent. He's going to have Refresher with the cooldown reduction pretty soon.
Wow, he's level 20, he didn't get EXP?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Actually, is it guaranteed that he goes for cooldown reduction?
I think so.
I would say so, yeah.
If you go Refresher, I think definitely.
Yeah, look at the 0 levels. I mean, he has obviously got that Midas, but yeah,
That is crazy.
up there.
I don't know how he's level 20.
I mean, he's been hitting a lot of creeps, hasn't he? He's been alone and farming. He's 211 CS.
That's like the X Factor, right? The super late game Tide. That is really hard to play. It's double Ravage with a short duration BKB.
Yeah, how much time is on SF's week right
I think it's still like 7 seconds, 8 seconds.
Awesome.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, I just popped
okay.
it the one. That last fight, actually, yeah, the first using.
It worked out because he popped the BKB to kill Swift Ending.
Yeah.
But 33 held his Ravage for a super long time, and then they get a full duration Fiend script on SF after BKB's out.
Down bottom. We'll find J4. Quick and easy pick there for the team. 747. Overall, this is a again, in terms of momentum, it's very hard for both teams to really get something big going, because as soon as they do, it gets turned around. And now for the first time in the game, it's actually going to be Planet Dog with a slight advantage overall. I mean, this game, as you were saying earlier, as it goes later and later, is there a lineup you do favor that should be stronger?
I think the Tidehunter lineup would be stronger when it looks
Yeah,
late.
just because of how Barn 3-3 is.
Just in fights, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
you can play around 5-man fights if you're Danish Bears, but if you try to fight into a late game Tide, it's very troublesome.
You just have a lot of trouble pushing high ground. Yeah. I don't really see them being able to push high ground at all.
I guess it's down to Clinks, but as you said, it's
Oh,
difficult.
sorry, Danish Bears.
Oh, Danish Bears, sorry.
Yeah,
I
pushing
guess
into the Tide is like, he
I mean,
has Refresher.
with the BKB and the Butterfly and 747, you're pretty good, aren't you?
Double Ravage though.
True. You can wait out the BKB.
As long as Clinks has MKB, he's actually not that far behind.
Clinks has a lot of really favorite Necro, kind of like, you never really reach that bristleback type stage where like if you're the only person alive, then you will not only stay alive for a long time when you're 5v1ing, but you will also be killing the enemy. Necro will just stay alive, but he won't really be doing much.
It's going to be a lot down to who gets the better jump, I think.
Global response. Ravage comes in, connects onto 2. There's the Global. He doesn't actually have mana there for the second Ravage immediately, and in fact Silent Stuff as well, there wouldn't have been a chance. They do lose the clock though. Swift ending, pulse the BKB looks towards 747. 747 though, trying to man up, but J4 again with this Fiend's Grip control during the magic immunity, limiting how much he can get out. Hesito will jump in to try and catch it, but there we go, 3-3 in with the second Ravage. That's going to be a third down. Hestijo looks to fall as well. They did get the Reaper Scythe onto the Bane, but overall Planet Dog with a beautiful fight. And at the end of the day, the fact that 3-3 couldn't immediately do the second Ravage, that was perfect for them, because he could then come back in after the BKBs and have a huge impact as they take 4, lose 1, and instantly Earthshaker has to buy back. Tidehunter, you guys said it. It's the hero to watch in these team fights now.
I mean, I was kind of poking fun at Ben earlier.
You can't be
saying-
you can't be a good
saying
Tidehunter
he's
player.
ownage,
No.
man.
He's
Yeah.
actually
How are you gonna
super
make
good.
plays on a Tidehunter?
This guy is ownage. I'm telling you. It's hard to hype up Tidehunter. This guy is... I don't even know how he farm refreshes this quickly.
He is for sure.
Yeah, dude.
And that's got to be worrying as well for Danish players. When you're fighting with Global, SF's BKB, and you, as we saw there, you really struggle to do anything when the ults are up for Planet Dog.
And that's without MTV as well on Swift, I think. Like, he was disabled for so long, but they didn't have any damage output on him because they don't have anything that really does physical damage besides the Clinks.
Yeah.
So once he has an MKB in his inventory, the fights are going to look
he's
even harder.
Yeah, that's SF's going to get shredded. And it really is not just the top, but J4 as well. You know, we're seeing him, despite what he's up against, getting some really crucial Fiend's Grips off.
He's just really patient.
Yeah.
Well, that fight, they immediately globaled to try to save when they initiated with the Ravage. I think it's actually kind of hard to play a Silencer this game, because you really do want to... Like, globaling after a Ravage isn't necessarily a bad thing, because it kind of stops all the follow-up spells, but then you run the risk of, like, Epi getting off and Fiend's getting off as well.
Yeah.
I'm actually unsure of, like, what the best way to global is in this game. I don't think there's, like, a right answer.
When's the last time the Danish Bears were able to start?
Yes.
I mean, that is the ideal scenario, right?
Yeah.
You global when you initiate.
Playing Silencer as a counter-initiator is always pretty difficult, because if the team is very mobile, then you global and they can just leave. Or if you're very tanky, like what Planet Dog are, you can just global and they'll just sit there and leave the global.
Look at that in smoke. Up on the side, they know that there's there's Ravage up again in 5 seconds, to be fair. Only the single now. Right. J4 on the front of this all, 747 leading him with the Silver Edge, but J4 has that Glimmer Cape. And of course 747 himself, no vision on the SF, so he won't be able to find the base. Just move in position, start to push down the tier 2 at the same time though. Milan forcing out the bottom lane. Kaiser ready to start work towards that top tier 3. They'll look to try and finish off the tier 2, but time's being bought with that fortification. They have, in fact, they do have the double Ravage at the availability. TP backs are coming out. If there's any sort of cancel, there won't be, so they will be able to successfully TP back. and defend. I say that the Rise has been left behind. In fact, they'll jump in, they'll find him into the trees, they hunt him down, they will punish the Silencer. Silencer down for 50 seconds. This is a nice opening again for Planet Dog, where there's no global silence. They have the double Ravage. This could be time for them to make another play themselves.
Yeah, they fired the Roshan pit immediately, maybe thinking that Planet Dog would just walk in there, and they will.
I mean, what does he's obviously got this energy booster queued up, I imagine, because he realized the mana's not there for this double Ravage.
Probably Lotus.
You just get the Lotus.
Well, here it is, Arceus.
I think,
Okay. Sand King was caught outside of the pit. This could be creating space unless they can get in and stop it. This would be huge for Danish Bears if they can steal. But the Ravage comes out. BKB was there in time for 747, and it is going to be Planet Dog finding the Roshan kill and the Aegis. There was no steal here from Danish Bears. They've lost the clock, but the man up for 747 will get one kid. He's going to look for the perfect timing, but he's not going to get the chance. 3-3 comes in with the Ravage to make sure the Requiem can't come out in time. Now the Global comes through. Esther Joe jumps in with the Echo Slam onto 2. They've taken down the Clinks a second time. Kaiser able to swallow the cheese, jumps out. J4 tries for the TP away, not going to be successful. As the Danish Bears do find the kills. They don't get the steal on Roshan, but they do make Planet Dog hurt for it. Taking that Clinks down, that is a big kill to happen. There was a buyback as well from Milan, as he was hoping to get in and turn the tide of the fight. But instantly taking the Aegis out of the life of the Clinks and killing him a second time, they'll be fine with this. This is a good play for Danish Bears, considering the way the majority of fights have been going at this stage.
Tide actually needs a way to get out of global. I think him not being able to ravage twice immediately is a big deal, because then they can't kill the Shadow Fiend. Also, Clinks is just a tiny bit underfarmed. He didn't have his MKB last fight. He still doesn't have enough money. He's so close.
Look at this. 747. Straight down the mid. Takes the tier 3. Burrow Strike will catch him. Hester goes there with a 2-man Fisher in response. 3-3 being forced back. In fact, with the break, he's taking huge amounts of damage and will just survive thanks to the Shrine here. The rest of the side of Danish Bears are in. They're looking to be the first team to take a set of racks this game. 10 seconds before the Clinks is back. He really does not want to expend this buyback, and because of that, they may just have to let these racks go. They're going to lose the melee racks in the middle lane. They turn their attention towards the ranged racks as well. And Danish Bears, off the back of that team fight round Roshan, secure themselves the melee racks in the middle lane.
Yeah, the lack of MKB and Swift Ending was the make or break. If they had it during the Roshan fight, I think they probably would have been able to kill the SF. And Lotus for 33 would be pretty good. But I think at the same time, like, not ravaging twice actually saved Swift Ending from like immediately getting deleted by a Requiem when he got respawned from the Aegis.
Yeah, that second Ravage was pretty clutch in that respect.
But then, like, he shouldn't have died in the first place, though.
True. I guess if you had to.
Yeah, I guess if you just like stun them for like 5 seconds at the beginning.
Which would have been easier if Sand King didn't get picked at the beginning.
Yeah,
of
we
the
didn't
fight.
see how
Yeah,
he
he was caught just there. I can only imagine he was scanning out. I think they dropped, well, the wolves maybe are out already, so they knew exactly where he was hiding. And they just hunted him down before the fight kicked off. Smoke again from the side of Danish Bears, looking to keep this newfound momentum rolling.
SF is 25 now.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I mean, 150 attack range is pretty solid.
Yeah, precision is amazing.
Jump in. Burrow Strike up to 747. Just had the BKB available. Was very damn tanky. Atos is there. 3-3 comes in with the 3-man Ravage. They'll turn towards the SF. They rip him apart. The MKB, as you guys were saying, making all the difference. Making it very quick and easy for Swift Ending to take down that SF. Burrow Strike isn't going to connect onto Ace, so Ace will get out. Rise won't be as fortunate as Planet Dog hold. And as we saw then, that MKB does indeed allow them to absolutely delete 747.
Didn't get his BKB off in time. I don't think it would have mattered that much, but protecting SF is a huge issue for them now. I don't think he can survive. He didn't survive one Ravage at all.
No.
That fight.
Yeah.
So if two Ravages are chained without BKB, he's definitely dead.
Basically, we keep making distributions for one team or the other based on who gets initiation. In the Roche Pit fight, Danish Bears got the initiation. We're like, oh, well, Planet Dog really need to. This time, Planet Dog got the initiation, and we're like, well, you really need a better way.
Oh wow, he's going Scythe on the Tiger.
Dire's middle tower
I like it too.
is under
It's a way to
attack.
deal with the BKB. You might not even need a blow Ravage. And it still gives them mana enough to...
Dire's
Someone has
middle
a Lotus
tower
on his mind.
The
has
Sand King
fallen.
does. So I think like the idea of the SF getting BKB off before Ravage doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, depending on how many other targets your Ravage hits. Because say like he hits 3 or 4 people, but the SS BKB, that just means that his team can't help him while he's BKB'd, and then like Swift Ending is still just hitting him. I don't know if you can sit and man fight in that situation.
You need Satanic to man fight.
Yeah.
They actually need to jump the tide, I think, at the beginning of the fight.
It's so hard though.
Yeah.
It's been really
But if you can kill him with global, right? Global plus break.
yeah.
That's and then no Ravage in the fight. You could potentially win it like that. That'd be great for them.
Ace. He needs help. And he needs it quickly. Milan jumping in with the Burrow Strike. Fisher to hold back the side, but still J4 gets the range for the Fiend's Grip. There's no global silence. Now the global's back up just in time. Will stop the Fiend's Grip. Gives some time for Ace to potentially get himself out of there. He's still fully low, but the Sonic Wave in. Head to go in the back. Does get the 3-man Echo Slam, but Kaiser and Milan jump forward. Dispatch of a second, and Hester Joe's in trouble as well. The Echo Slam alone, not enough to bring down the members of Planet Dog. Danish Bears lose 3. Only the 2 of them surviving. 747 and Neuer get themselves out of there. But again, some fantastic jumps from Planet Dog. Ace just getting caught a little too far away from home, forcing the rest of his team to come out and try and save him, but to little success.
Oh, that was without Ravage.
Yeah, they didn't use either Ravage there.
No.
Yeah, that's super bad.
Oh no.
Time to push high ground. 1 minute without the Shaker.
2 minutes without global.
Dire's top
They should be able to get away with at least Erax here. It's going to be very hard for them to stop. They do have a big creep wave pushing in on the middle. Buyback will indeed come out from the Necro. Fortification as well. We'll see how confident Planet Dog are. Indeed, with that double Ravage still up, they should be very much so indeed. Especially knowing that the Echo Slam's down. And there we have it. Swift Ending deletes the melee rank. There's the jump in. Ravage number 1. Ravage number 2 gets all 3 of them. Have they got the damage to do it? Neuer comes in with the disarm onto the clinks. 747 revving up the Requiem. Can they turn this? No, they've lost Ace. He's down for 100 seconds. Rise getting Shadow Strike. Milan jumps in with the Burrow Strike to hold back the SF. They've got the Yules play as well, just teasing with Danish Bears in the fountain. Once again, Planet Dog making some brilliant calls, brilliant jumps, and with the no Necrophos, 80 seconds, they move towards mid. They should easily be able to take a second set of racks here, maybe even more. As ults, 10 seconds to Echo Slam. See him lead in with the Fisher, Limicate, and the Nightmare trying to protect the type, will allow him to live. They do actually manage to push them away from the racks. This is pretty big considering the way that play went out up top, but no, it may not be over. Milan back in with the Burrow Strike. There's the Fiend's Grip from J4. The Sonic Wave flies through. They take down the clock. No buyback on him either for 50 seconds. 747 jumps himself back with the Hurricane Pike and the Silver Edge. Now they get back in. Planet Dog will indeed find that second set of racks. That's to Joe. That's the Blink Echo. Down to bottom. Can they make it go on to Kaiser? There'll be a buyback now on clock. It's back up. Incredibly grouped up here, but not looking to jump that far out of the base. Hester Joe.
Who the heck has all those salves?
Dude, he just buried them in.
Dude,
Sand King brought in a bunch of salves. He's like, we're not leaving. This is it.
Yo, that's the strat.
That's the strat.
I think he wants 6.
There's another
Oh,
team
team
who
player.
does that. Oh god, I can't remember who
Double
it is.
damage.
Is it OG?
It's one of the CIS teams.
Oh, the
No, it's one of the CIS teams.
Oh
who
yeah,
does
I know
this.
what you're talking about.
God, who is it? Is
Is
it
it not PP?
It's
I
PP,
think
yeah.
I saw him do
Solo.
it during Summit.
Solo,
Yeah,
right?
Solo does it.
He buys like 20 cells.
Yeah, he
and
just
just
backpacks
sells his whole
them.
team. Dude, it's so good.
That was such a long siege, and they almost wanted to go for a third one until clock.
I mean, are you ready to see the net worth graph? It's pretty sharp now. Straight up for Planet
As
Dog.
soon as they got those kills without even expending a single Ravage at top, and they were so close to the base, that is just... That's a really rough
Milan could be a bit of a freebie here, as they do catch him out on the mid lane, and indeed no escape for the escape. I'd say that. Surely salve up. He does not escape this. He's down for 100. They get the kill. I could see if they could try and force out a buyback from the Sand King at least. Down for 100 seconds. Status of Roshan, actually the longer respawn. So not really going the way that Danish Bears would have hoped. They would have loved to try and take a sneaky Roche whilst one of the members of Planet Dog were down, but they're not going to have the chance to do so.
I like how they're not showing mid though. I think if they show mid, like they have the if they don't show mid, they have the potential to like take a fight, and because Planet Dog don't actually know that Roshan's not up right now.
No.
They didn't use a scan, and actually now they have to reveal because they're up there. But potentially they could have baited them into a fight. Potentially, I say. Now Double Ravage is up. Tidehunter can buy his scythe if he so pleases, and
It's just a little shot having buyback as well, but I mean to be fair, if he uses the Midas themselves, the Midas is more than okay.
Queen's also level 20.
Wait, did you just say sell the miners?
Well, why would you
Or
keep it?
buyback.
You don't want a Midas anymore, do you? Level 25? You
Dude,
want
he's got that cooldown
Yeah, man.
reduction.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Coin.
Who needs 420 GPM when you have that?
Okay, there he goes. He has money now. Double scythe, double ravage.
Yeah,
It
it's
couldn't get worse. What is this?
pretty tough.
No, for double scythe.
Yeah, he's got a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah,
1300. I mean, it was about 900. It's about 1k, isn't it, for the combo, 2 ults and refresh it, and then he's got enough for that.
Especially the
Oh,
arcane.
arcane.
Yeah, he's got arcane and yeah, what? I thought J4. Oh no, he did have arcane. So it's that ether lens. It should be okay, especially with that 6 mana regen tap.
What do you buy next? Oh, it's Octarine. He has a quick one.
And then he is going to be good to go. This is going to be one of the fattest
And what do
tides
you
I've seen in a
drop?
while.
You can't drop the Midas. It's so
Backpack
cooldown
minus with
reduction.
mass cooldown reduction?
There we go.
Wait, does it actually apply to backpack? I don't know.
Uh,
I don't even know.
I want to say it should do, because the backpack simply just doubles the duration, right?
Yeah, well, it's whenever you cast it, and so the cooldown starts.
Here they go.
Oh! Oh, there we go. There's the first Ravage. Jump in, follow with the Burrow Strike, Sonic Wave. Clocks out of it. They put the refresher, but the brakes onto him. Hesty Joe comes in with the Echo Slam. No chance for the second Ravage at the time. He's straight out of the fight. Kaiser manning up. J4 has the control, holding Ace back with the Fiend's Grip. They have lost the Clinks as well, though. 747 moving forward to Kaiser, but Milan holds him back with the Burrow Strike. 747 with no BKB and no chance to survive. Gets turned upon, taken down. They finish off the range tracks. He does have buyback available. The SF, if he feels the need to do so. Ace looking for the Reaper's Scythe. Has it in 8 seconds. Gets forced back here. Hesty Joe comes back in to save the Necro. 747 buying back for this one, wants to find some action, but there's the second Ravage coming in onto 3-3-3, doing the setup here, allowing J4 to turn around with Milan. The Sandstorm's out, 747 falling low, the Necro side not enough to kill Kaiser, and now he goes down, but they've lost too much. GG, well played is called, and Planet Dog make it to the grand finals here in the EU qualifiers as Danish Bears reach the end of the road. And I gotta say, Planet Dog, I'm excited to see more of this team. Planet Dog versus Mouse Sports, of course, being the best of 5 grand finals that we're going to be treated to, because these guys, they play some very entertaining Dota 2, and 3-3 with his Tide performance. I hope we see Tide again today, as he